The courage to surrender, decrypting the matrix through the art of letting go. Welcome back to the space of understanding and light. This is Cosmic Consciousness, a journal of inner journeys and awakenings through lived experience. Today's transmission is called The Courage to Surrender, Decrypting the Matrix Through Letting Go. Dear fellow travelers of consciousness, escaping the matrix does not require brilliance. It requires courage, the courage to surrender. Surrender is not giving up on life. It is surrendering to truth. The truth is simple and uncomfortable. We are tired because we have spent years protecting the image of me. We tried to be good, to be wise, to be special, to be awakened. And somewhere along the way, we forgot that awakening does not require a uniform. To surrender, what surrender really means. To surrender is to stop carrying the identity, to admit our confusion with honesty, to smile gently at the ego instead of worshiping it, to stop performing the role of the one who knows in front of life. Many souls do not escape the matrix, not because they lack intelligence, but because they are not yet honest enough with themselves. They are still secretly attached to being someone. Sometimes the deepest attachment is not to pain, but to significance. The observer, the crack where freedom enters. Most humans live fused with their thoughts. I think equals I am. I am angry equals I am the anger. I am afraid equals I am the fear. Awakening begins when a small fracture appears. There is a thought arising. There is an emotion arising. There is a role being played, and there is a space that sees all of it. The observer is not a new identity. It is the openness that notices without defending. When we say, I am angry, the matrix gains control. When we notice anger is arising, freedom starts breathing. The matrix does not imprison us with walls. It imprisons us with reactions. A still observer dissolves reaction. Consequence, not punishment. On a spiritual level, there is no punishment. There is only consequence and learning. The universe is not a courtroom. It is a classroom. If we do not learn, the system simply replays the same characters, the same situations, the same emotions, the same wounds wearing different costumes. Many souls feel trapped in loops, not because they are unlucky, but because they unconsciously adopt the role of the victim. The moment we say, they did this to me, the world is unfair, others are the cause, our power of manifestation collapses. Victims cannot choose, so the matrix feeds us the victim storyline again and again. The truth is subtle. The matrix is not locking us in. We are renewing the prison contract every moment through our thinking. Spiritual ego, the luxury transparent cage. Ego does not disappear. It upgrades from ordinary ego into spiritual ego, from iron bars into elegant glass walls with beautiful lighting. Starseed, earth soul, chosen one, light worker. If there is still a sentence that begins with, I am special, I am awakened, I am different, that is the Matrix Luxury Edition. As long as we need an identity to be proud of, the cage is still operational. True awakening does not make us extraordinary. It makes us deeply ordinary, extraordinarily ordinary, because we no longer use specialness to hide the places in consciousness that still feel separate from others. Wave, not particle. A particle is rigid identity. A wave is living process. Every time we say, this is who I am, we collapse ourselves into a solid object and then spend our life protecting it. Spiritual freedom is learning to remain wave-like. No need to define, no need to prove, no need to defend. Not who am I becoming, but life is happening. We live in the world without belonging to the world. We participate without getting lost in the role. We still work, care for family, create in organizations, play social parts, but we do not confuse the costume with the actor. Most suffering does not come from the world. It comes from mistaking the role for the self. 0 point, the space of freedom. In daily life, washing dishes, exercising, working, notice thoughts and emotions neutrally. Before reaction appears, invite awareness into the gap. That gap is called the space between stimulus and response, or simply 0 point. It is the moment before the story of me. There is no offended self there, only phenomena arising and dissolving. Micro practice. Right now, take one slow breath. Do not fix it. Do not analyze it. Do not become anything. Just notice. That quiet noticing is already outside the matrix. What escaping the matrix really is. Escaping the matrix is not becoming smarter, not becoming special, not collecting spiritual titles. It is protecting the self less, defining the self less, being honest with experience more. Not, I am awakened, but awakening is happening. When we no longer need to be someone, the matrix has nothing left to grab. Closing transmission. The more we define ourselves spiritually, the more cages we construct. Freedom is not about becoming something. It is about resting in the space before becoming. The courage to surrender is not quitting life. It is living fully without carrying identity as armor. Not escaping the matrix, but moving within it without forgetting who is playing the game.